Hi, this is Sarah, the Stitchin Mommy, and I'm here on Monday, September 28th for my weekly stitching update. So this is all about cross stitch, what I've been working on, what I hope to work on this coming week, and a few extra little things related to that. So let's get going. First off, let's do my giveaway that I had last week, which was in collaboration with the Etsy shop that's called Beyond Up, and they're just branching out into cross stitch patterns, and I'm collaborating with them to provide a giveaway to you for some of their patterns. So I'm going to draw 2 names, and you'll get a PDF of your choice from them. They have 3 different patterns to choose from. And I went back and looked on their site, and I was correct in thinking that the one that says home with the word October, the one called Apple and Acorns, it does say in the description that it's the first in a monthly series. So there will be more of that style. And then I'll have these pictures kind of going through here to remind you of what they are from. And here I have YouTube comment picker ready to go. There are 58 unique entries on this video that said the word autumn, which was the keyword. So let's see who our 2 winners are going to be. So Linda McGill, I love autumn and your whips. Thanks for sharing. So congratulations, Lynn. You win one of the Beyond Up patterns. And I'm going to pick another one. Start. There we go. And Kathleen Sullivan. And she says, hi, my favorite time of year is autumn. Thanks. So that'll be fun. So Kathleen and Lynn, you both win one of their PDFs, and send me your email, stitchinmommy7@gmail.com. Send me your email, and I'll pass that along to Kevin over at Beyond Up, and he will communicate with you to get you your pattern. And everybody else, I'll leave their shop in the description box. You can head over there and check out their patterns and get them if they interest you. So that was fun. I'm glad that I was able to help out and participate in another designer trying to make it in this cross stitch community. And we have so many people who are so creative. It's fun to work together to help each other get the word out. So that's that one. I have another one giveaway for this week because I got my Fat Quarter Shop stuff that they send. One of them is pumpkins for sale, which I might keep for now. That's pretty cute. And this is a bigger chart. It's physically 8.5 by 11. I'm not sure, but it's a cute little scarecrow with pumpkins. So that's pretty cute. The one I'll be giving away though is number 3 in the Prim Stitch series because I have this one already. I end up getting a second one every month, so it comes to you. So this month, or this week, we'll do the word peace, P-E-A-C-E, because that's the key word for this one. And so if you would like to win this paper copy of the Prim Stitch series number 3, you can have the word peace in your comment, and I'll draw the winners next week. Or winner, there's only one because there's only one copy. Draw the winner next week. It can be anywhere in the world because it's a paper. If you're international, I might take this bag off because it's easier to ship just like a letter, and you'll get it in about a week. So, but anyone can enter, and that's fun. And while I'm, for those, don't say the word giveaway, be 18, so you can give me your mailing address, everything, etc. You've done this before. And what was I going to say? I think that's it. I have mine I should show you while I'm talking about it. So here's my copy, and got a decent amount done on it this week. So here is where I'm at now compared to last week. I I'm stitching this on the called for Prim vintage cloth It's 25 count, only I'm doing mine 1/1 and using the RE floss that's called for, but they do have a DMC conversion. All the threads are solid colors. I'm adding my own specialty stitches. I didn't change anything in the wings. A majority of you said they were super cute just to leave them there. There were a couple people who had some suggestions to change them. The only one I might consider is maybe filling in a little bit in the middle with maybe some sparkle, a toile or something. Or even just more of that color, just to thicken them a little bit around the edges. But I don't think I'll take them out because I think they're cute enough to leave in there. And I went ahead and did these flowers with some Rhodes diamonds and the Rhode diamond over here as well. I'm starting it on the basket, and for the basket, I could never think of anything amazing to do for the body of the basket. So I decided just for the lip of the basket, I did more Smyrna crosses, which I did up here in the dress. For the top lip, and then the bottom, I'll just do cross stitching. And then there's one more star over here, and I'm done. So I think that's coming along pretty nicely. They're pretty cute, and I'm gonna put them together to make a little doll quilt when I'm done with them for my daughter. And while I have my travel bag out here, I'll go ahead and show my temperature tree. That's this one. You can find this in my Etsy shop along with the new temperature typography, which is letters and balloons and flowers and a quilt. So there's a bunch of different cross-stitch temperature pieces. And I work on this on Sundays. And here it is now. This is 28 count 1/1 on light blue even weave by Artiste. And this bottom, it got slightly cooler, slightly warmer. It was like 80s and low 90s. So, but I think we're supposed to be possibly up into 100 today and tomorrow. So probably get a couple more, you know, not the hottest colors, but the darker, some darker pinks up here this week, I think. And then we'll head into October. So this coming week, I will definitely have to finish the October branch or get started on it so I can get some October leaves put in. So there's that. And that's coming along, almost done. And I will be stitching the typography one this coming year. I like to stitch them as the year after they come out. I still haven't decided exactly what fabric I'm going to stitch it on and cut that all out and everything. That'll probably happen right at the end of December because I tend to procrastinate a lot. I also got some more goodies in the mail. I had communicated already with Amy, Gable Stitcher, and she had some 40 count Vertil even weave that she had bought that was hand dyed, and I use 40 count. I actually have a couple projects here in my projects to show you today that are on that, but all that I've ever used is white, plain white. And so it's a fairly new fabric, and so now this past year there's been a few hand dyers that are starting to use it to dye fabric. And I forgot to ask her, I kept meaning to ask her what this was called. It's really pretty. Oh, it is here. It's a silk weaver called Days Gone By. And this is the fabric. It's fairly heavily mottled. It's a little warmer than you're seeing. But it's really nice. It's got some orange undertones, which I think that's just yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know. It's got some orange and some tan and some brown. It's very striking. So it'll have to be just the right thing. She has her start on here, but she was having a lot of trouble with it because she couldn't see the holes after it had been hand dyed. I guess the fabric plumped up too much in the dyeing process. Yeah, it's a lot warmer in person, more orangey and peachy. But anyways, so maybe if there's something right next to it. Anyways, I'll stop trying to show you that. She asked if I would like it because it was just causing her stress trying to work on it. And so I thought, well, sure, I'll give that a try. And I think I think I can see it well enough. So I wear contacts, but so far I haven't. My eyes are still good enough that I don't need a magnifier or anything. So I'm milking that for all it's worth, because I know that's not going to last forever. I will enjoy it while I can, and so I need to find the perfect thing or things. It's a pretty big piece. I think it's a fat quarter to stitch on this. I could do a lavender and lace that doesn't need any beads. I could do a sampler of some kind. I have his name is Jesus sampler. I was maybe thinking of putting on here. I'm not sure if it'll be too busy for that. It would look really, really cool with the Halloween fairy that I want to start in October, but Halloween fairy has beads, so this wouldn't work for that. So I probably won't attempt to do this 1/1, like my projects that I'm about to show you that are on Vertil. I'll do this 1/2 in a full cross, like a sampler, which I actually have never done before on any project. So it'll be new for me. So that'll be fun. So thank you, Amy. She also threw in some 32 count oyster MCG textiles, which I've used this sort of thing all the time. This is actually what I'm using. This exact color is Summer Queen. I just started on this, and I've used the white one for winter and spring and autumn, Queens, Red Mirabilia, and I've done Stargazer was on that fabric that I dyed myself. So I use MCG linen all the time. I've had trouble with their even weave being significantly uneven, like 22 one direction and 32 the other way, and it's labeled 28. And I've still used it for certain things that it doesn't matter if it's like that. But their linen is fairly even. It's not 100%. It might be 28 and 32, depending on which direction you measure, but it's close enough that it doesn't distort the pattern too much. So thank you. I will use that. And then one last treat that she threw in here was a Just Nan chart called Seeds of Friendship. And she just finished this, I guess, recently, and thought I would like it. I guess she thought these colors were me, and it's got specialty stitches and beads. She was very right. And she even threw in the leftover beads that came with it. So that's exciting. It looks really nice. And it looks like there's a whole inset of stitch diagrams for all the specialty stitches. So that's really fun. I'm very excited about that. This one is done kind of on pink. Oh, and I guess with the beads too. I was thinking that would be really perfect to do her fabric and the pattern she gave me, but I don't think it'll work if there are beads. But anyways, very fun. So thank you, Amy. I'm very excited about all of that. I will definitely put them to good use. And just this morning, I woke up to an email that I had a random act of kindness Heaven and Earth Designs chart waiting for me. Mini Butterfly Rose Cross, which has been on my wish list for a while. This is by Bridget Ashwood, and I liked the mini version. The full version is gorgeous, but I don't need another huge chart in my life. And I'm considering whether to stitch it or diamond paint it. I'm not sure. And I received this from my friend Desiree, who is on Instagram, and she's from the Netherlands. She's doing both. She's doing the full-size version as a cross stitch and the mini version as a diamond painting to hang in the wall at her church, I guess. So that's kind of fun. So that doesn't help me because she's doing both. So then I'm still torn about which to do. Anyways, I really like it. I'll still have to consider how I want to do it. And I don't know if she's started either one. I think she says she has supplies, which means she probably doesn't have them started. So maybe Desiree, you and I can talk and see if there's a time to start it. And if it's diamond painting, I would want to wait until I get my other one finished. But if it's cross stitch, there's really nothing stopping me from starting it. So I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much. I really like that. And I'm excited about that. I think that's all the waffling. Speaking of new starts, I keep going back and forth lately about not wanting to start any more projects because I have too many. I already have a hard time picking what to work on because I want to work on all of them all the time. And yet I keep seeing new opportunities to start things. And most of them have to do with friends, stitching friends, starting things that I want to start too. And so I'm torn. I'm like, I want to join in, I want to participate, but I don't need any more new projects. What do I do? And my natural inclination is just to start all the things. I definitely have startitis all the time. Sometimes less than others. Like I was able to go all of 2019 without a single start. But I'm definitely not going to do that again because that's not really how I operate. I have a few more things I would like to start this year. And then I have some things friends are working on that I feel like I want to start too. So anyways, I don't know. It's hard doing these videos and feeling like I need to keep track of everything because I'm more aware of what I have and what I'm not working on when I have lists and rotations and all of that kind of stuff. If I'm just stitching for me with no accountability whatsoever, there would be projects that just languish for years and I don't even know because I'm not paying attention. But I know now, and so I want to work on them, and it's a weird situation. Anyways, I'm enjoying what I work on. I guess I'll probably just keep starting stuff and just throw up my hands and say, who cares? It doesn't matter. So anyways, such is life, right? Okay, so this past week I worked on a variety of things. I worked on Norwegian Ship Under Sail was the first thing. I was finishing my rotation on that, and I was using it for Terry Lee Crafts' birthday sale. And the theme that she chose for her birthday was to stitch on as many new starts as you could. And so I was already working in this corner, and I decided to see how far along the top I could get. And I got all the way to the other side. I'm very excited. I might have to do this in pieces because this is really wide now. Maybe if I hold it back here, you can still get the other one next to it. But this is mostly where I was before, and then I went all the way across, hopping and skipping to the other side. And I believe this is all the way to the other side. So this is 25 count, 2 over 1 half stitches. And that's exciting. I think the top of the boat is like right here. So that could be fun to be able to access that and start that at some point. And I just found out about somebody who tipped me off to a Flosstuber, Needlecraft _ Danny, I think is her name. I believe she's in Germany, and she's working on this too. I just started watching her videos, and she's working on some great things. But she has this also, and she has like, I think 2 pages and 1 page, or 3 pages and 2 pages or something. She's got a lot of work done in this corner. So it's really fun to see somebody else working on this. So maybe I'll try up and down. Somehow we'll get the before and afters for you. But that was fun. I got 6 page starts. Got some fuzz on here. There we go. I got 6 page starts for Terry's birthday, all on this project, because she said starting pages on full coverage pieces counted for a start for her birthday challenge prompt. So that was fun. Things like that really kind of energize me with the project, especially when it's a project like this that's kind of boring in the background. Then I have some crazy goal to stitch all the way across the top, and it's just really fun. It makes the project more interesting to me. So I think that's really fun. So thank you, Terry, for that motivation to do something silly and drastic and celebrate your birthday at the same time. So then I moved on to a new start. Speaking of new starts, I started fall cross because it was the first day of autumn here in the Northern Hemisphere, and I've started spring and summer as well this year, and so I'll start winter also in December on the first day of winter, and then I'll have all 4 started, which is fun. And the other 3 were kits. This one was not a kit, so I provided my own fabric, which is 14 count Fiddler's Aida, using DMC from my stash. So I had a pretty nice start. I'm very happy with this. I started in the middle just to make sure I had the best margin that I could on each side, because I didn't know exactly. I remembered I'd measured it before, but I didn't know exactly how much margin I had. So then I hop, skipped, and jumped up. These are some acorn hats, which are fun. And then some background. There's actually some cream stitches in here that are part of the wheat. They totally blend in with the fabric. Pardon the garbage trucks. But I'm not worried about it because they will be surrounded by other stitching as well as back stitching. So I'm not worried about that blending in. Right now you can't see it, but it is there and it will be more obvious later. And then I started, this is the top of the pattern, woohoo! And I worked this way with 1 string, and then I came this way, or maybe 2 strings, and then 1 this way. I didn't quite get to the other side on this side, but my personal goal was to get 5 strands of floss in, and I think I got like 8. Plus I reached the top of the pattern, which is really nice, which is what I have done on both of the other ones. I think I have made it to the top of both. At least one of them I know I have. But it'll be nice to be able to work from the top down on all of them and know for sure it's centered and all of that. So that's exciting. So that's my start on fall cross. I just spent a couple of days on that. I worked on that also for another birthday sal in Cross Stitch Township for Kitty's birthday. She wanted us to work on her favorite whip. And so since it was a brand new one and celebrating the start of fall, that was currently my favorite whip. So I worked on that for her birthday as well. And then on Thursday, I started a rotation on Dragon Ride, and I had made my goal to pick a new color in the dragon and color complete the whole color. And it kind of was a little more than I should have chosen. I think I bit off more than I could chew. I did end up finishing it, but I was stitching a lot on Sunday. I didn't have very much stitching time on Saturday, and there was something about Thursday and Friday. I was busy also and just didn't feel like it. My diamond painting kept calling to me, and I kept not answering because I needed to get my cross stitching done first. And organizing my beads kept calling to me, and I kept having other things I needed to do instead. And I was just struggling a little bit with my stitchy bug this week, but I did get my goal done. I'm really happy with how it looks, and hopefully the next time I pull it out, I will choose a less lofty goal and I won't be so overwhelmed by it. I'll just be able to enjoy it a little bit more. But this is by Teresa Wensler on 28 count light blue even weave, 2/2 in most places, except for the man who's 1/1. And I finished a darker teal color. I don't think it's the darkest, but it's one of the darker shades, and it was a blend. So I worked on it up in here and down here and all through the legs and the claws and some in the neck and in the shadows of the pinions on his wing and this claw and around on the tail and the end of his tail. So lots of places. Mostly full crosses, several fractional stitches along the edges of things. Definitely brings out the structure of the dragon, especially along the bottom. So that's really cool. I like how he's coming along, and there you can see the man is 1/1. At some point I'll do more of him so you can see him better. but that's charted that way. And his head, I also finished the head, which I haven't shown up close for a while. Not right here, I guess I didn't finish that part, but I backstitched the face a little bit over here. Pretty fun. This one will keep taking a little while to do, but it is fun. I like to pull it out most months, all my family pieces. This week will also be a week of family pieces because it's going into the 1st and 2nd of October, which is when I work on my husband and other son's piece. So we'll see those this week. The last thing I worked on this week was Bear Time Stories, which I didn't know if I would even get to it because I was trying to finish Dragon Ride, my goal on Dragon Ride, but I eventually did get to this one and got my 1-day goal on it of 200 stitches, and there was an admin bonus. This is all in the Township group, which is a closed group. There was an admin bonus for 75 additional stitches beyond our personal goal. And I managed to get 305 stitches. I was very surprised, but I got my goal and the admin goal finished. I will show you what this looks like so you know what I'm talking about. Oh, it's under here. This is Bear Time Stories, mini Bear Time Stories. So fun. And this is on 40 count Vertil, which is the same fabric that Amy Gable Stitcher sent me, only this is plain white. Whoa! And I'm stitching this 1/1 half stitches. And I'm very excited with how far I got. I did a little strand over here and came down here, and I was debating whether I should keep going, but then I decided I wanted to work along the top. So this gap was a little bit nerve-wracking to me. I think it's the biggest gap that I'll have to count to do this extreme cross country, but I quadruple checked it, so I think I'm pretty good. And then when I got up here, I also checked the count all the way to this part, and that was correct as well, so I think I'm good. I made it all the way to the far side of the pattern. There's more fill-in right here of this color, so that's what I'll do later. Today and tomorrow, I have this slotted also, and Tuesday, yeah, Monday and Tuesday. I'll have this for another couple days to keep working on it. And I'm really excited because I want to see the picture keep coming together. So this is one of the bear's ears right here, and there's another ear over here somewhere. But this is a pillow outline. These are some background details. This is another pillow here. Some more background, like wall details. So it's really fun. I'm excited to see the structure come to life, and then with every new color, you see more of it come to life. So I'm excited to do it this way. And I went ahead and put Jasmine on here just because I needed a needle minder. I realized I didn't have one on this project yet. And what did I do? Oh yeah, I put the kitty on the cross. So she's on there. Those are some needle minders that I got from Shelly for my birthday. So they're already going to good use. And then that was all I worked on, besides the travel stitching. So overall, I got a lot done. I just had wished I had gotten things done a little sooner so I could work on my mom's diamond painting. So hopefully this week I can get to that at some point. I really want to see some progress on that and try to get it done as quickly as possible. But life, it gets in the way sometimes. So going forward this week, I am planning to work on Bear Time Stories for another 2 days. I was originally thinking I'd give it 3 more days, but the 30th is another birthday Sal in the Township group, and her goal was to work on, or her theme was to have people work on Christmas. So I decided to pull out my Brooks Books Advent Animals and work on one of these, probably Katie Kitty to start with, for her birthday Sal. And then the weekly challenge, one of the prompts that came up today, or this week, was work on something that's freebie, kit, or magazine project. And Bear Time Stories and my husband and son's piece, none of them are qualify for that, but this does, because this is a freebie on Brooks Books website. So here's the start I have on, just put on that, on Katie Kitty. And this is, if you remember, I was working on these in July. I started all 25 of them doing color completing one color, a medium amount, a color that was used a medium amount. I did one color on each one every day for the first 25 days in July. So these are all started, but I don't have any finished. I don't know how long it will take me to finish these. I know some people can finish them in a day, maybe 2 days. I'm not sure what it will take me. I decided go ahead and work on this all day. Well, for me, that varies because I have other things I work on too sometimes, but Wednesday. All of my normal stitching time on Wednesday, I'll work on this, see how far I can get. And based on that information, we'll determine how much I want to tackle these to try to get them done probably before next Christmas. I don't have any grand plans to finish them before this Christmas because there's a lot of them. So that just would take over my whole stitching life if I chose to do that. So I'm thinking maybe I would like to get at least one done this year, and maybe two, but get all of them done by next year, because that would be fun to have them ready to display next year. Oh yeah, my iris, I should show you that. Let's go finish with my plans. I'll be working on my husband and son's piece, as I said, this coming week once it turns into October, because I like to work on some of my gift pieces on that person's, the date that corresponds with their birthday every month. And so my husband is on the 1st, so I'll be working on his Simpsons piece again. This piece always seems to get the short end of the stick as far as stitching time, and I run out of time and I don't give it very much time. So maybe this month, maybe I'll get a little bit more time on it. We'll see. So this is also 40 count vertical, 1/1 half stitches. So here's my starting point. I would like to fill in Marge's arm at the very least. That needs to happen. So we'll see what else I can get done. I have some of the white started in the outline and in their eyes, which is hard to see. And there's still some like confetti bits in the outlines that hasn't been done yet. So there's a lot of things I could do. But I like that this pattern has large chunks of color in the main areas. So then if I am pressed for time, I can just pick a color and just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and get it done and get a bunch of stitches in a short amount of time. So that is nice if I'm running behind on time. My son's piece, as you guys have seen, is nearing completion. Oh, I forgot to bring the pattern up, but this is practically done, so you don't really need that. This is touchdown, and I have finished all the cross stitches. I did that this past month. All of these shoes and legs, those are all done now. So all I have left is backstitching, and I am not gonna have my goal be to finish all the backstitching this month because there's a lot of it. I have most of Charles Woodson. I have a little bit of his arms have been done, but most of him still needs to be backstitched, and there's a lot of internal backstitching, you know, like you can see on him. I got a call that interrupted me, sorry. So most of John Elway is done until here. So his pants and shirt and all of this is backstitched. So you can see how they do the backstitch. It's around the outside, but it's also little bits on the inside. So that's how it's gonna be on Charles Woodson too. And their shoes and socks. So I don't know what kind of goal I want to make for myself. I'm just planning to work on this for, how about 2 days? So I'll work on Simpsons for 2 days and I'll work on this for 2 days. I think that'll be good. And I could work on other things instead, but I think these need some love, both of these. So that's what I'll do. So we'll see how far I can get with the backstitching. I do want to finish this before the end of the year, but I don't need it finished this month. because I know backstitching can kind of, it can take a while, but then other times you get in a groove and you want to just keep going. At least I do, because I don't mind backstitching. I know some people hate it. I like it because I like to see the picture start to pop, and I love how backstitching does that. So I am excited to work on that and see that come to life. And then one more that I almost forgot to share is my quick stitch iris. I just did a whole bunch of this for the Tour de France challenge in Full Coverage Fanatics, and then decided to keep going and stitch 60 stitches a day. And I was doing pretty well on that. I got 60 stitches on Monday through Friday, and then the weekend I didn't. Saturday, didn't get a whole lot of time. I got a lot of time in the car. We went to the beach with some of my family to celebrate my niece's birthday. So I got a lot of travel stitching done, which was nice, on the little angel, the Prim Stitch series piece, but not a lot of time at home stitching on other things. So I decided to forego the iris to be able to work on Dragon Ride a little bit, and then same with Sunday. I wanted to bust out my goals on Dragon Ride and Bear Time Stories, so I didn't do iris that day either. So that's okay, because this is more of a personal goal, and I'm trying for 21,021 in 2021, that full coverage challenge next year. So if I were to skip days next year, I would need to make them up somehow. But this year, it's just for fun. It's just to kind of see if I can do it and get in the habit of doing it. And so I'm okay with that. So just the weekdays got time on this, but it is still progress, so I will show you. So here this is compared to last week. Not as dramatic of a change as before, but it is still something. And so again, focused mainly up here, but there's been work throughout. I think I finished another 2 colors too, because every once in a while I'll hit a color that doesn't have very many stitches left, and I just get her done. So that's really fun. It is coming along. I am excited to keep plugging away at this little bits every day. So I'll keep doing it. In the future, I was thinking for that 21,000 stitches in 2021. Hard to say that. I'll probably also keep that one open for occasionally for challenges. And so if I work on it for a challenge, I'll put in more than 60 stitches. And so that means I'll be able to make up some days when I just can't get time on it, because life happens and I'm not going to be able to get 60 stitches every single day for the entire year. That's just not, I know that's not going to happen. So I will leave it open to work on it a whole day here and there, you know, just to kind of do makeup stitching, which will be fine. That'll be fun still. I think that's everything. I have zero plans, very little plans in October. I'm kind of just flying by the seat of my pants at this point. September was full on scheduled to the hilt before the month even started, and October is not. So that's why I'm just working on my family pieces this week. I have another birthday challenge in Cross Stitch Township on October 14th, and her theme is to work on a Mirabilia or Nora Corbett pattern. And I had wanted to start my Halloween fairy in October anyways, so I figured, well, that would be a good excuse to start Halloween fairy. And then later on Colette, the Highway Stitcher's birthday, on the 29th, she wants to start the drawn thread pattern Those Who Sing, which I just got for my birthday, and so I might have to start that with her too. So exactly what I was talking about. I'm like, I have these things I want to start. I have friends who want to start things. I'm also like, seriously, I'm like 2 steps away from starting African Woman with Peonies, I believe is what it's called. It's an artisy pattern. Colette, the Highway Stitcher, is working on it, and Black Ribbon Stitch Studios, she's working on it. I'm so tempted. I'm having FOMO. really want to work on that too. It's so pretty. Right in the top corner is the first red flower that came right away. So I'm gonna have to go look that up, see how much it is. I was working on this Prim Stitch series and I'm like, oh, I have extra fabric because I'm doing mine 1/1. So if that fabric is the right size for that pattern, I'll probably start it this week. Knowing me, I'll just do it because I don't want to get too far behind those other ladies. So there you go. Serial starter at its best. But that's fun. It's fine. I like cross stitching. I like my projects. My only downside is I'm running out of like tubes and things to put my pieces in because I'm starting too many things, and I'm running out of needle minders because I'm starting too many things. But I did get a new wrapping paper tube freed up after my son's birthday, so that one will be able to make 2 or 3 more tubes. So that means I can start 2 or 3 more things, right? Anyways, you guys are mostly enablers as well, so you understand. I think that's everything. I can stop yammering now, and hopefully that you are doing well and enjoying the weather change for you as well, either getting warmer or cooler. And it's really windy today, so hopefully we won't start any fires around here, because that's what happens when it's hot and windy in Southern California in the fall. So anyways, I will leave you to it. Have fun stitching, and Lord willing, I'll see you next week. Happy stitching. Bye.